Hey, it's me, your boy Blue Getziga, and today we'll be talking about my least favorite decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's get started. First off, we have Dark Worlds because recently with their new support, they're even more obnoxious than they used to be. At least prior, they weren't too obnoxious. The worst thing they did was just use I forgot the name of the card, but basically that virus card that people are now talking about, which should have been banned a long time ago, but it is what it is. But due to their new support, they can perform a lot more consistent hand loops as well as set up even more negates than usual. So naturally, I do not like facing this archetype.
I said what I said meant every single solitary syllable.
Aesthetically speaking, they're pretty damn cool, but I don't like facing them and they're really obnoxious. Same thing goes for mermails, or I guess the water or sea serpent type, because let's be real, sea serpents are basically just mermail fodder. And mermails, what they like to do now is do hand loops and OTKs. And I really do not like that. I hate facing mermails, and I remember I've been hating on mermails since like 2014, or even prior to that. Why? Because they were so annoying to face off against. Fluanderies, I don't think I really need to explain that much about Fluanderies. I even made a video about Fluanderies. Fluanderies, they're really boring to face off against. All they do is just basically stun you and OTK you afterwards.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Dragon Link, because I'm kind of tired of seeing Dragon Link all the time. I mean, like, this deck has been meta relevant for like a long time. You could argue that like it's been, what's the word, outclassed or power crept a little bit, but I still see every once every once in a while. This, like, Dragon Links are basically like Burning Abyss to me, where you constantly just see them and I'm just really tired of seeing them, to be completely honest with you. Next we have Kashtira, because Kashtira are just absolutely obnoxious. Yeah, since the ban list, they aren't able to block off all your zones as consistently as they were able to do before, but they're still pretty annoying and obnoxious to deal with. Plus, to be more specific, I'm more tired of seeing Fenrir everywhere. Every deck runs this card. It's so I'm just tired of seeing Fenrir's face. And Kashtira has only been out for like a year, or at least a little over a year now. Dark Magicians, same with Dragon Link. I'm just tired of seeing them all the time. Plus, I really hate how they're constantly getting support from Konami, and on top of that, they're really boring to face off against. They're not fun to face off against. Whenever I see Dark Magicians, I just groan a little bit inside because I'm just like, this duel is not only not going to be fun, it's not going to be fun if I win, and it's not going to be fun if I lose. This deck's just basically summon Dark Magician and be annoying. Deck. Also, this deck is not really all that great, but it still finds a way to be annoying. And Runix, because do I even need to explain why I despise Runix with a burning passion? There's a reason I did not make a video talking about this archetype. Because one, it was boring, and I don't like talking about boring archetypes. And two, because I guess because I was also busy trying to record other things at the time. But another reason I really dislike this archetype is it's basically just a deck out deck. Its main focus is just to be obnoxious and cause your opponent to deck out. And that's usually what happens when I face this deck. I either get really lucky and manage to beat this deck before it actually decks me out, or it just decks me out. And the thing is, it's usually used as an engine sometimes. Like half the time I face it, it's usually in an engine. And all this engine does is just make me deck out, and it pisses me off to no end. It gets on my nerves.
Everything gets on your nerves, Mom.
Hey, I've got issues!
Anyways, tell me which archetypes you hate the most in the comment section below, and it's been me, your boy Blue Getziga, and I'm out.
You're all free now!